Hey, this is Brian again here. Towards the end of the video, look for my little icon in the corner of the screen up here, and please subscribe to my channel and share. This channel covers issues about firearms training, and my experience as a law enforcement officer, converting lawn mowers to run on propane, camping and survival tips, and some cooking and other tips and tricks and stuff that I come across. In any event, it's 107 degrees here today. Probably the last thing you would want to do, or I would want to do, would be to have to fight my lawnmower to get started. Now, if you have a problem with that, it usually comes down to fuel issues and carburetor issues. Watch my other videos about converting lawnmowers to run on propane, and you're going to have it a lot easier. But if you want to stick to gasoline and you don't want to tear your shoulder up and pull for minutes on end to try to get your lawnmower started, there's an easy way to convert it to an electric start. With that being said, let me go ahead and show you something. Now, this lawnmower right here does not work at all. This is simply for demonstration. This lawnmower was given to me, and the magneto system that generates the spark for the spark plug is bad, and I simply don't feel like replacing it and tearing it down, so I'm just going to chunk it. But I do want to show you a couple of components here. As you see, the decorative cover for this mower, which is nothing but a cosmetic thing from the manufacturer, has been taken off. So if you get one of these lawnmowers, just take that plastic cover off. It doesn't do anything but aesthetics. That's all it is. But after you take the plastic cover off where the spring starter is, there's going to be a cover over this part of the flywheel. And these vanes right here in the flywheel create airflow so that as your mower's running, it blows cool air over the head of the engine to keep it cool. Do not remove this housing. This piece right here is what directs air over the engine to keep it cool. What you want to remove is the cover that covers this flywheel component here. Now, that cover is either mounted with rivets or screws. You may be able to unscrew those. As far as rivets go, you can take a hacksaw or a drill and drill those out and remove that metal cover, because otherwise you won't have access to this. This is what I need to look for. I need to know what size that nut is. Now, this one right here is a 15/16 nut. So you need a deep well socket. You need something that's going to be long to fit over this. Otherwise, one of the short ones won't fully lock in to the nut, and that's what we need. So determine what size you need with this. The next thing is you need an adapter of some kind. How do I adapt my drill to the deep well socket? Well, there's some videos out there that show how to take a lag bolt and grind it down and make an adapter. But if you go to Harbor Freight Tools, they have a 4-piece adapter kit where it'll lock into the chuck of your drill and snap on to a 1/2 inch, 3/8, quarter inch, and one other size type of mechanics socket set, whether it's metric or standard American measurements and inch measurements. So this one right here, that little piece right there in the middle, came from Harbor Freight Tools. That's a 1/2 inch size adapter to go into a drill and go to attach a socket, and that 4-piece kit literally costs $3. 4 of these, 4 different sizes, cost $3 at Harbor Freight Tools. Now, as you see here, I've got a corded drill. I don't recommend a corded drill. The reason being is when you put this drill on top of this flywheel and you crank it up, and if you don't have the throttle set right, or it has an automatic throttle, and this engine goes to full power, and you can't get this socket off fast enough, it's going to wrap up that entire length of cord around this drill and probably sling it. And if you're in the way, you're going to get hit, or it's going to tie you up in it. Not a good idea. But there's a way to prevent that with this. But what I would recommend is a cordless drill of either a 40 volt, I think there's a 36 or 32 volt, probably nothing less than an 18 volt. But what you need to do is set it to the highest torque setting, lowest RPM. This engine doesn't need to spin at 3,000 RPMs to get started. Just, a couple hundred revolutions per minute and you'll be fine. But you need high torque to get over the friction and resistance of the piston within the head there. So set it if you have a torque setting on there. In any event, With a cordless drill, you can just back away if it gets out of hand. Now with this, as you're going to see here, you're going to fit it down, make sure it's locked all the way. Going to start slow, and again, this won't start because this mower is completely crapped out, but just as a demonstration, start slow to build up the torque. That's about as fast as you need it to go. Shouldn't have to go really any faster than that. Obviously, that's not going to wear out your arm, it's not going to wear out your shoulder, and on a hot day like today, going to be a lot less fatigue for you. I've had this work on all kinds of riding lawn mowers and push mowers like this one. Give it a shot. If it works for you, please send me a message. Particularly if you convert your lawn mower to run on propane, as I show in my videos, which would only cost you about $30 worth of money and about 10 minutes worth of your time if you do it right. It's going to make your lawnmower last a lot longer too. Less oil changes. Don't have to worry about winterizing your engine. Don't have to worry about dirty carburetors, dirty fuel. Spark plugs last longer. Easier to start, good all the way around. So let me know how it works for you, and good luck to you. Stay tuned. Be more videos to come shortly. Take care.